Hello, 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 hello. Back from the grave, it's your toothless terror, Jack Childress, and we are getting together again for another episode of Shitz and Giggles. This week, me and my good buddy Robin are hanging out with Angel number two. Angel number one couldn't be here this week. So this week it's Angel R. Sanchez in the house. Got some big time news for you with what he's got coming up. Can't wait to hear about it. So why put it off any longer? Angel, what is up, my man?
What is up, everybody? It's been going good. How about you? How about you, Robin? It's nice meeting you, and it's nice having a face to put on.
It's nice
I
seeing you
really
again.
Yes. And Jack, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to look at me too. It's kind of a
No, it's
combo deal.
but
Well,
yeah,
dude,
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. I was talking to Robin back a couple of weeks ago about doing this, and I'm a really nervous guy in this type of situation. This doesn't happen to me a lot, but yeah, I really love how the community and how you guys are doing all this for us, the indie authors, and anyone in particular.
and to think it
But
only costs $10,000. I mean,
well, all right.
yeah,
But yeah, no, it's been really good. It's been really good. Um, I have I have had a wonderful launch week with the Pale Hunger. It's to be honest more than I could. Yes, yes, more than I could ever uh thought for. Um, and it's been really good. It's been really good.
well, give everybody that may be unfamiliar with the Pale Hunger a little background into what's it about.
All right, so the Pale Hunger, it's a standalone novella, I should say. Um, but it is part of a bigger shared horror universe. The Pale Hunger, it's tied to my first English book, the Real Monster, which uh which it
It
started
got
it all.
everything.
Yeah, and this 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 story, it's basically about tragedy, love, and hunger, where this group of people know they met each other as kids, and they hit it off, and they became the best of friends. Two of them actually get married. There uh we have two brothers, we have two sisters, we have two best friends. And they just love each other, and they share a lot. They make it a habit of going to a place here in Massachusetts called the October Mountain, which is basically a forest park. And you can go and camp, just have a really nice weekend, have a week over there. It's beautiful. Um, and when they're there, they they feel like it's the best place to reset. So whatever happens between them, it's um it's discussed there. And there's no fights, there's no argument. It's just, listen, I didn't like this of this time when it happened, and how will we feel about it? And they resolve everything during those trips. Um at some point, something very tragic happens between the couple, which is Eleanor and Owen, and they they love each other so much that they move forward their journey to October Mountain, because they need to resolve this, and the only way they could do it is in there, because in there we talk and listen. We don't argue. We don't fight. So if we're gonna resolve it, it has to be there. So they go, and when they go, this is when the events on the real monster starts unraveling, and what happens in the real monster starts leaking through, and they talk and they said, listen, send me text, let me know you guys all right. And on the last night they heard about him was the night that everything, the shit hit the fan in the real monster. So people, the rangers, everybody wanted to help and look for them, but there were so many things happening in the world, not just in Boston, where the real monster takes place. So much things happen that the authority were not enough. So they were regrettably had to cancel the search pretty early. So sister, brother be like, this is not gonna fly. I like we can't just have them look for a week and stop. Let's us do it. So the group of friends, four of them, decided to go and look for them because they know the park. They know it by hand. They know where Owen and Eleanor might be. So they think that the authorities are not looking in the right place. So they go there, and what they find is a veil broken, hunger, things that don't make sense, things that you and I can't explain. And it becomes a survival story
Mhm.
because everything and everyone, it's basically out to get them because they're not simply in October Mountain. And I shouldn't say anymore because then I'll maybe spoil it.
Well, dude, that sounds fascinating as hell. I'm definitely going to have to get in on finding out about that action right there. But now you said it was in a shared universe.
Yes.
So how many other authors are involved in this project?
No, no, it's just me. It's my
Okay.
shared universe. Yes.
Okay. So you're
I
doing almost a multiverse type thing.
right. I was trying, or I am trying to get somebody in my family to build on this universe,
Yeah.
but I don't want to take them from what's important right now, which is their studies. So once they're done with the studies and they're finished, they can definitely add to the universe. But the main timeline will be from the real monster up onto the end book, which I am projecting seven, no, book number seven.
All right. Well,
So
don't you dare.
there's
Just real quick. Don't you dare do what Merrill David did to me when he wrote his Wicked Awake series, and I've got the books to prove it. He had at the front of each one of them, because it's supposed to be six, it says
Mhm.
one of six, two of six. Well, it wound up being five.
Oh,
And so if you get the current version that says book one of five, two of five, well, I got the ones that prove there was supposed to be a sixth book. So if
all
you're
right, all
saying
right.
seven, mister, we expect seven.
Right, right. But so far, mine doesn't say book of. So I got that on my side. But yes, it's projecting to be seven
okay.
of the
So
main timeline. Right.
okay. I'm trying to get this straight in my weird mind. So you have the mortal coil, sorry, universe,
Yes.
the universe. So it started out with book one, which was the real monsters,
Right.
and that is going to be seven books after total six.
Expected. Yes. It's expected to be seven. Yes.
And then what about the offshoot of like the hunger, the pale hunger? Um, are there going to be more standalone sideways of that universe also?
No. What I'm trying to do with this first, I want to say, four books is present the cast,
Okay, okay.
make them, because even though the Pearl Hunger is a standalone, what happens and what I present to you there, it's gonna come out back at some point,
Okay.
especially characters.
Okay.
So I wanted to make it easy for the readers to jump in at any point, but I'm pretty sure that after book 5 they will have to read 1 through 4
Mm-hmm.
to make sense. But from 1 to 3 so far, they could be considered standalone
Oh, okay.
because they have their own story, they have their own mechanics. They're just glimpse of connections.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
after book 5, it'll be a one continuous story, a one road, straight road.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That
So
explains it.
so yeah.
All right. Now, is this
So
going to be one of these deals? Because, some people
Mhm.
like me can get attached to characters, and we can get a little bit moody when the author does something nasty to the character that we have fallen in love with. So let me ask you this. Is
Never.
this going to be one of these deals where you better not get attached to people because bad things will happen?
Well, book 2, definitely.
So she already threw you under the bus, so I guess we know where we're going there. All right. Now we know.
all right. So yeah, this is, again, this has been written under the influence of grief and pain. So I am not a very social person. I am not. I have the same group of friends basically all my life since I moved to the state. I can say I have 3 friends. It's been 11 years this uh now right now in November, yeah, well, 11 years.
Wow.
And I do not express myself the right way. Let's put it. So when it comes to to feelings, right? And I told you before we jumped in that this all happened when my mom died, because I started writing back in 2005, and in 2004 I published my first novel. It's called Linajes. It's in Spanish. Um, I was still in Puerto Rico back then.
Hmm.
And this was inspired by a TV series. You probably know it, Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a episode. I don't remember the season, but there was an episode where they were tied to a chair, and there were different gods and different mythologies on a table, and they were pissed because Lucifer was trying to bring the apocalypse, and they had like, listen, we were here first. What the crap? And so that episode, it's not even a really good episode in the entire series. It's just that episode lit the spark, and I told my brother, I think I can do something with it, and from that I made Linajes, which is basically a a fantasy apocalyptic story about gods and monsters.
Okay, now,
And
are you going to get that
translated,
translated? Yeah.
I've been trying a lot, but because this is my first work, it's it's all messed up. It doesn't have the right, like I just wanted to write. I didn't know how to write a proper book. I didn't know how to format it the right way back then, and making the new format that's to today's standards, it's really hard. I have different files on different tryouts on the translation. It's really, really hard. But yes, I am putting myself to, as soon as I'm done with the mortal coil, do the translation. I did do an update on the book cover.
Oh, neat.
This was recent, and it's the same book. The same book just has author's note from this year and a special thanks. But
Okay. Well, I just
I
need to know,
am
how do I get that one that's in your hand signed and personalized to me so I can hang it up there?
well, we can talk after. Make sure
Yeah.
that we got all the details settled. But yeah, definitely, I will appreciate that, and I will make it happen.
Sweet. Because I always love adding new souls to the wall. And that is a living entity, by the way. It once you get sucked into there,
Yeah,
that's a wrap,
yeah.
you know.
So after Linajes, I published my first poetry book. It's
Oh.
called Catharsis, and it's also in Spanish. In the same year, 2014.
All right, well, keep that
Um,
thing close
yeah.
by because before this episode's over, I want you to read us one of those poems in Spanish
Oh,
naturally.
all
Yes.
right, all right, all right. Fair
Yes.
enough. So this is most of it is songs that I had back in 2006. I had a rock band. I was a teenager. I had a rock band, and we write our own songs, Spanish and in English. And it's basically the whole full set and some more.
Oh,
And yeah, it was my first poetry book. And after that, I thought to myself, hey, it is really, really, really hard to publish in Puerto Rico. If you talk to Angel Ramon can tell you how difficult it is not only to publish, to promote, to anything in Puerto Rico. It's really, really hard. So I said to myself, hey, I am learning all this trade, and I'm learning to format. I'm learning to do book covers. Oh, by the way, I'm a half-ass graphic designer. um I went to school for it, but technicality wouldn't let me finish.
oh, hell.
But and I thought to myself, I said, listen, if I have met a couple of people that want to publish a book, but they don't know how. Back then in 2005, especially in Puerto Rico and in my town, it was hard to get access to internet. So it was not really, really accessible. And I said, let's do a publishing uh, company. So I came up with Dark Comic PR Edition. And in that, I published my first anthology, Coleccionando Cuentos, also with um, my best friend, Victor Miranda, and his debut on any written work. So this right here, let me see if I can get it. That right there was the logo,
Ah,
and I managed to publish three different authors, and I have two of one of their works. So this was the first, also in Spanish, Alana Morrigan, La Maldición de una Diosa. And this is from Vanessa Stone. Um, I made the cover, I made the format, I made everything. And then a couple of years later, I made this one for her too. So this is Punto Cero,
that's
Vanessa Stone. And the cover is basically my rendition of her painting. She made a painting,
oh, wow.
and I made it to the cover.
Dude, that's really well done, man.
Thank you, thank you. So we have got a mess right here. So
I can relate.
I've tried. I tried. I've been doing this for a long time. I just had life coming in the way, and after not long after, I had to rearrange everything, and then I moved to the States. It's pretty hectic once you go out of your comfort zone. I've been I've known English since I was in, I want to say, eighth grade. I just didn't have nobody to talk to, so that's why the speak part of it is a little bit jarring.
Dude, I love the accent and be thankful to all the mighty
Thank
gods,
you.
whichever one you like, that it wasn't me that got to be your English counterpart, because imagine slamming this Southern accent on top of your Spanish accent. Man,
Right.
nobody would be able to understand a word you said.
Yeah, that'll be funny. But yeah, no, but I really like your accent too. Don't get me wrong. It's a thing that really intrigued me about the language, that even in the States you got different accents, right?
And
So when we move, I stepped away from everything that was writing. Not away, because I have my phone full of notes, full of ideas on between all of those years. Um, and in 2018, I tried to come back again, and I actually was with the real monster. At that time, it was called a real monster, and it was in Spanish too, un verdadero monstruo. And I started writing. I was like 4 or 5 chapters in, and then my wife got pregnant. That this was,
now, how'd that
I,
happen?
Shut
I
up,
don't know.
Jack.
Yeah, I was writing a book. Don't ask me.
I mean, one of the characters just crawled right up out of the pages there
What?
and poof.
I don't know. But uh, we were told we were never gonna have kids, and
Mm.
uh, and at the end of 2018, bro, I might be wrong. She might be saying, "Hey, no, that's not the date," but bear with me. Around October or November, we found out that she was pregnant, and boy, that pregnancy was hostile.
Mm.
Um, she broke water at 19 weeks. Um, she was hospitalized for almost 2 months and a half. Um, every single doctor said that the baby was not gonna make it. They didn't understand why the baby was still alive. We didn't know the gender of the baby, because there were no amniotic fluid, so it was hard during the sonograms to um, know. Um, every single doctor said it's not gonna happen, and if it does happen, you might have a stillborn, and if it's not a stillborn, be ready for a room full of doctors, room full of tubes and all this nasty stuff. Be ready for not hearing the baby cry when delivered. Be ready for us to jump in and just resuscitate. And it finally happened. We learned that it was a girl, and she left everyone deaf from the first cry. She was intubated. She was on a, what is the name of that thing? The incubator.
Incubator, yeah.
Yes. And she spent 100 days in the NICU.
Wow.
She spent a year and some change in with oxygen, but this was 6 years ago. Um, she is an amazing kid. She's autistic. She is smart. She is a gremlin. She is beautiful, and she's part of the inspiration that makes me keep doing all this. As a matter of fact, she's not revealed yet, so this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but
Mm-mm.
she might have a pretty big influential part in the Mortal Coil. She
Oh,
is going to be one of the big uh, main characters,
Nice.
or at least the inspiration of a character. And this was all one after the other. In 2019, you know what happened with COVID,
Oh yeah.
everything went crazy. And on 2022, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Damn.
And by mid 2024, she was re-diagnosed again with terminal cancer, and she got sent home through hospice. And those were hard times, really, really hard times. And I the community where I live, it's mostly family. In front of my house is it's my sister. Two houses up is where my mom used to live. Seven houses up, it's my other brother. So we're in the same community, and we took time to take care and help my stepdad with mom. One of those afternoon, um, it was my turn to help and spend time because we took take turns. And I remember she loved to hear me say stories about work. We call it in Spanish bochinchando, which basically means gossiping about everyone and everything at the same time. And she loved hearing these stories from work because people can be uh, people can be special.
Yeah. That's a nice
Yeah.
way of saying assholes.
Well, thank you. Yeah. And we were talking about everything and everyone at the same time, and I don't know, maybe a minute or two of silence, she turns around and looked at me and goes like, "Are you gonna continue writing?" And I was like, "Hey mom, listen, I got I'm too busy." That's not true. I just wasn't in the right mindset. Like
Right.
I can't sit down and write while my mom is actively dying. But God forbid I said something like that, because knowing her, she'll beat my ass, because then she thinks, yeah, no, she thinks she would have think that she's a burden, which she's not.
You know.
But moms,
Oh
she'll
yeah.
be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass, boy." So I said I was busy and didn't have time for it. But excuse me, I remember I had, because in 2018, I'm sorry to bring you back a little bit. While I was writing The Real Monster, I did something stupid when I moved, and I left my hard drive fall, and
Oh.
with everything in it, updated everything, and it's not working anymore.
Uh.
crap.
So I am a creature of habit, so I do have 20 saved in 20 different places. But that one was the most updated. So the 5 episodes of The Real Monster were in there,
Ah.
and I lost it. So I did have in my cell phone, I had like a excerpt of it, but it was not accurate at that point. So I remember that what was while I was talking to my mom, and I say, "Hey, listen, this is the one I want to finish, but I lost it. I lost the hard drive. It fell, it broke. But this is basically the general idea." So I told her the general idea, and another minute of silence, and she looked at me, and I might be biased here because again, it's my mother, but it was the first time I heard these words and they actually meant something. She said, "You have to finish that. That sounds amazing." And I felt it. I felt that really, really, really means that I probably need to finish this. And a couple of weeks later, well, she passed,
Sorry.
and it became just me and the keyboard, and I wanted to punch somebody, and I couldn't, so I just punched the keyboard. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's why the real monster, although I think it's, well, let's say, well written, it's not up to par, let's say, with the Pale Hunger or the first Parasite, which I announced yesterday. The first Parasite would be the third book. They're more cohesive because my mindset it's on a better place than when I wrote The Real Monster. That's why it starts how it starts, Robin, because that's what I felt. I felt somebody reaching to my throat. So The Real Monster became my outlet, and I'm grateful for it because my brothers and sisters didn't have an outlet, and they still didn't have a good time around it. And I didn't either, but I do have a way to let out,
A release,
right?
place to go put it, you know.
Yes. And this is why it means so much to me, this white paper with a lot of scribble in it, because it's all my pain, it's all my grief, and it's for her. She basically commanded me to it. And it means a lot. It really does.
You know, even though you said that it, writing wise or whatever, it doesn't quite hit where your newer stuff hits, because of
Mhm.
where it was written from, do not ever rewrite it.
Mhm.
No.
Leave that one alone, because that one right there, that's not just something you came up with riding the bus to work every day and, it was
No.
your first book. No, she helped you write that. I honestly
Yes.
believe that. She helped you write that. So
Yeah.
don't mess with it ever.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. That's why the the dedication of the book, it's to the women who deal with stuff in comparison of to why Emily deals with it. Because my sister my sister should be a saint. She dealt with a lot of things that we couldn't, because we were working most of the day and she was not. So basically, she was the one that was around the most, and she dealt with a lot of things. It's not easy to grow up with a loving mother and a beautiful human being, and then hear her or hear the cancer speak, or the cancer act on you. It's not pretty, and she got most of the blows, and she's part of the dedication too, because she told me once that she was not strong, and I told her I don't believe that. I think you are stronger than most of us, because she got hit a lot. and I'm forever grateful for it. But no, the real monster stay as it is because, like you said, Jack, she did help me write it. She is still helping me write it, and she will be in most of the page from some point on because I have some really good character placement for her too, and she needs to be in the Mortal Coil.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, well, I can totally relate to what you had said about her turning to you and saying that it was really good and that you should keep going with it. And that actually sticking where you've heard probably other people tell you that, and it's just like,
It,
yeah, whatever, whatever. But she said,
right. Yeah, no,
and
it happens. It happens with Paul. I've never met Paul. You know Paul Oliva.
mhm.
I never met him um up until that day with the Sleepy Hollow, which I got my book. Yes, I did yesterday. With the Sleepy Hollow incident, he was his release and Angel Ramon's Frogs and Margarita 50 proof uh coincided. So they released on the same date and they made a live. And I jumped in the live, and as soon as I saw Paul, I'm I don't know, it made me question my father. I'm like, dude, you look like my big brother.
Huh.
Like my older brother. Like they're not twins, Jack,
Mhm.
mind you, they're not twins, but I could question my father, you know what I mean? And I talked, they talked, they made a really good live. Um, and he then jumped on Reading Between the Spines and made a live. And in that live, he said that the great tragedy of '05, a laptop great tragedy of '05.
Yes.
And once he starts recounting the story, I felt like, dude, do you know me? Like that's exactly what happens to me
Hmm.
with the drive. His son told him, Dad, you should make that book.
Yep.
What my mom did, and I was like, what? What's going on?
Hmm.
And I related to his story, and I'm hope I ecstatic to meet him in 2026 with the Readers Mayhem Dead by TVR event,
Hmm.
and I'm excited to meet everyone there, but I'm most excited to meet him because we hit I think we hit it off really good,
Well,
and
dude,
I really really like
He really is.
still
yeah.
staying on the same thread there. Reason I said that when I was first trying to get a little short story published, because you become friends with authors, they start pushing you to write something, even though you don't consider yourself a writer. So
Yeah.
I had my little short story based on my ding dong cat over there, and I just couldn't quite finish it. Well, mom had no interest in reading anything I was writing. She was happy I was writing because at least I was doing something besides sitting around not doing anything.
Hmm.
So I finally got her convinced to at least look over my rough draft, just look at the dang thing. And so
Hmm.
she's like, fine, all right, I will. Well, next thing I know, she's done finished it, brought it back, and goes, why aren't you writing on this right now? She's like, you need to be doing this. She's like, this is pretty good. She's like, it just needs some tweaking, it needs some work, but get back on it. And
Yeah.
bada
It
bing,
it
bada boom,
it
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 gets
feels
done.
it feels different. I don't know. Like I said, we might be biased because it's our mom, but you've been hearing it from many people, and it kind of rubs your shoulder, be like, maybe, eh.
Well, yeah, because you expect your friends are going to always be positive.
Right, right. But
Hmm.
mom will not sugarcoat
Oh,
anything.
no, 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 no. In fact, you're usually going to go in like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, that's basically how I came back to writing. And what I have found is that hey, any community has his problems, and we all know that. But what I have found is that this community it's eager to support and help. And that blew my mind. That blew my mind, because if I had something similar back in 2014, we were having a different conversation right now, because this would be done multiple times in the past. And not me saying this is my first podcast, this is my first live, this is my first interview.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean, actually, I totally do, because you talk about, say, 2014. In 2014, this country boy right here didn't know what the hell a podcast was.
Oh no,
So,
I'm sure.
So, I mean, one thing I find amazing about the indie community, staying on that, is that not only will they be like, yeah, dude, you're doing a good job, but they will actively promote each other. They will fill their Facebook feeds, their Instagrams, their X's, their
Yes.
whatever with your stuff, because
Yeah.
they care so much. And it's like that rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
Everybody helps everybody, and we can all succeed, because
Everybody's helping.
if you only have one author that everybody's reading, they're going to run out of stuff to read. You need a massive pile of stuff to pick from. Now, granted, it's a big jumble out there now with all the indies, but dude, I am right now rocking an indie. Well, why does my camera move on me? But I am rocking this T-shirt by my boy Nick James, real life name Nick Plumridge, and I absolutely love his stuff. But if it hadn't been for me finding my way into this indie community, I'd have never heard of it. I would have never known he existed. But other people were talking about him, within this Written Undead group, Javin Bond's group. And I found him, and now, dude, I'm a super fan.
The same thing happened to me with Paul. The same happened to me with Angel. The same happened to me with James. The same happened to me with Jay Bauer. I never heard of these guys before.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I heard of Angel was on Reading Between the Spine, my first post, where I was introducing myself. I think it was June 12th, the 12th or the 13th, somewhere there. My first post on a first group. I was just looking to expand my reach, because the group of friends, private friends that I have on Facebook, none of them reads.
Yeah.
They couldn't care less for what I had to put out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I gotta expand my reach, and I kept looking for groups and groups and groups and groups. And one of the first one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the first one I actually had the courage to introduce myself was Reading Between the Spine. And Angel Ramon.
Oh, that's my guy, man.
Not even a minute after me posting, hey, wait, finally to find a Puerto Rican around here. I'm like, what? Hold on. I go to expand. Listen, I go to expand my reach, and I found a Puerto Rican.
That is life for you right there, man.
Right.
That sums it all up. It's like, I'm running far away to meet more and more people. Hola,
And then
fuck.
poof. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the groups. The groups have been amazing. Not all of them work the same. You got to be careful with a couple, but the groups have been amazing. I joined Reading Between the Spine when it was what, Robin? 400 people, maybe.
Yeah.
We're about 700 to 800 now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 750 some.
No, we're going to keep promoting on it, because, I'm going to say, Angel, that was the thing that led me to this thing, coming back doing the podcast. She put so much passion into that group with all the posts, all the work she puts into, keep it engaging, keep, people interested and involved in it, and allowing authors to put their stuff out there as long as they don't spam it, just put something out, get your word out.
She
had to get involved.
She catches it. As soon as she sees something that's not clicking, boot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Post-approval is a real thing.
I'm sorry, Robin, what?
Post-approval is a real thing. Whenever you first get in there, that's what I do.
Yeah. my wife doesn't she likes to read, but her go-to is audibles. She prefers audibles. And we were I was talking, as a matter of fact, I think it was the day that you made the offer for the podcast. We were talking about it, and then she's like, but where is she? Like, where is this?
Mm.
Like, because she knows that I talked to you for my first arc. She knows all my progress in this. She's an amazing supporter, but she's not involved, right? So when you said something about doing the podcast, she's like, but where is she? Why can't I see anything from her besides her personal posts in your page? I'm like, well, because most of it is on the group. Like, what group? And
Mhm.
I invited her, and she's in too. She doesn't comment or nothing, but she follows everything. It's
Mhm.
like they'll be like, "Hey, you saw this?" I'm like, "I saw that." But yeah, it's a pretty awesome feeling. One, feeling accepted, because I want to make something clear. It might sound a little bit douche, but I write for me,
Mhm.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes,
right? I
exactly.
I write for me, and one person, one friend asked me, what was I expecting of this? Well, I'm not expecting to be Stephen King or something similar. No, that is not on my mind. I don't expect to be a New York bestseller. Don't get me wrong. If things happen, I'm
Mhm.
not against it. But I'm not aiming for that.
I
Mhm.
mean, do you
Because
think
I
R.L. Stein writing the teenage books really thought
right,
I'm about to become like worldwide? I
right,
mean,
Mhm.
right. Because I write for me, and if one person, she can tell you, if one person reads my book, I lose my mind,
Yes.
because it's enough for me. The first review that I got was from Robin, and I shared it everywhere. I shared it everywhere. Not because to make me feel good about the fact that I'm an author now. No, no, no. It's because somebody did read my book and somebody enjoy it the way I intended,
Mhm.
or the way I enjoy it.
Mhm.
And that's enough for me. That's really enough for me. Um,
well, now
do
I'm going to tell you, because I've gotten to where I can't see quite, and why does my camera do this moving around thing? It's like weird voodoo. Man. But my thing with my eyes getting bad over the years, I've gotten to where it's pretty much 99.9% audiobooks. Like I
mm-hmm.
listen, and if you give me a good narrator, I'm going to tell people if you want to read it, that's fine, but make sure you're listening to it while you're reading it. Like
Yes.
you need that narrator. What's it going to take to get me to get you to freaking get your books narrated?
Mhm.
Because
Well,
you do know there's a thing you can do with narrators where it's a profit share, where
yes, I,
you
I, I I'm gonna answer you this way. A little bit of time.
Mhm.
Again, I need her to finish school.
ah.
Yes, I need her to finish school. Um, I have my my three biggest supporters is my wife, my brother, and my goddaughter. My goddaughter was with me while I was building this universe. There is a piece of her words in the end of The Real Monster,
Mhm.
one of the visions that Emily has.
Okay.
It's hers. She can write. She has a pretty big imagination.
Nice.
but I don't want her to focus on this until she's done with school because she's a great student.
Mhm.
And she will probably be my narrator because not only she loves reading, she thinks it's the best way to make money. And but she wants to break the ice with me because family, and we will be more. It will be on a more words.
All right. Well, let's cut the brass tacks on this.
Right.
Have you two sat down and had her like try to read and narrate to you, doing guy voices, girl voices, the regular like body text and the whole 9 yards?
Yes. Yes, we have. I
How's she
even
doing
I
at that?
even I even looked online for contract and how I'm a go do it myself guy, right? So if like right now I'm not in a position to spend a lot of money and you know what I mean? Like I
Oh
have
God,
to.
yeah.
That's why I do my covers. That's why I do my formatting. That's why I do my editing. That's why I have thousands of programs that help me understand. Like I'm learning how to do screenplay now. So hold on. So with this Audible thing taking the world by its legs, I mentioned it to her and she went static to it. She was like, "Oh, it's perfect." And I did that. I said, "Here, read, but I don't want you to read like you're reading for you. Read for characters. Read
Yep. Read it
for
like you're in the
emotion,
movie. Yeah, read it
right?"
like you're all the
And
characters. You're all of them.
and again, I might be biased. She's my goddaughter, but I was hooked. I said, "Finish what you need to do. Do what you need to do. As soon as got your degree, we were gonna do this.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
We
hey,
have we have her
if she
we
gets
have her
some
pen name
downtime,
and everything."
hey, if she gets some downtime and you got some downtime and y'all are just sitting around bored, don't know what to do, feel free to record her like reading a big chunk there and just send it to
Hmm.
me and Robin and we'll tell you what we think.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. Makes sense. That sounds good.
It'll be like
She'll
ARC
she'll
listener.
freak out. She'll freak out, but huh?
Hey, but it's ARC listeners. That's a new thing. I think I'm
Yeah,
inventing that. We'll start
Yeah.
that
yeah,
right now. Yeah, ARC
Yep.
listeners.
Yep. I agree.
All right,
yeah.
now
No,
I'm
but
going to go with an off the wall question. Kind of step away just a little bit, dig a little deeper into Angel Sanchez over here.
Oh boy.
All right. Let me get myself situated, foot braced, locked in. Okay.
all right.
When you first moved to America proper, the mainland,
Mm-hmm.
because you are an American, let's make sure everybody understands that. Apparently, people are confused about that. You
Yeah.
are an American, but your cuisine back home is way different what a lot of us are eating up over here on this side.
Cool.
Have you had proper Southern style biscuits and gravy?
No,
Damn
I
it.
the first time, and please don't come at me with pitchforks. The first time
I'm
I
usually a
had
torch bearer.
right, the first time I had biscuits and gravy was at Cracker Barrel.
Mm.
Okay, Jack. We can see how you like that.
Dude, they got
Yeah.
ham in there. It's not even like sausage gravy. It's not
So I don't
right.
so I don't have to finish that sentence, right?
Ugh. No.
Right. But
No.
but just to ease your mind, I am not afraid of food.
Okay.
There are only two things that I don't eat.
Wow, your
Egg,
list is small compared to mine.
eggplants and radish.
You don't eat radishes?
No,
Wow.
it's weird. I think it's a texture thing.
Hmm.
Ah.
Hmm.
Now what if
But
they were like finely shredded and mixed into like a slaw, like a coleslaw
yeah,
or something like
yeah,
that?
I probably could. Yeah, I
Okay.
probably could.
Okay, now what
But
is it about the
but
eggplant?
I don't know. I can't. Not fried, not boiled, not nothing.
Mhm.
I can't. It's the only thing. So going back to your question, no, I haven't, but I will at some point.
Mhm.
All right, we got to get you right. And before you do one, you need to like let me know where you're at, who's making it, how's it made. You need to text me before you jump in because I might be able to save you from a pitfall.
I
Because
got you
not
one. I got
everybody can
you.
make them right.
I got you one better. Do you know how to do it?
Oh, me? Hell yeah. And I got mom
Send
too.
send me the recipe. I'll do it and I'll tag you on it.
Dude, I can
Yeah.
do it. One thing I will tell you, I'll be shit. You're Hispanic, so fuck yeah, you can handle spicy food.
I
But
can.
we use Jimmy Dean hot sausage, like the
It's
breakfast
good.
sausage in
Yes.
ours. You got
Yes.
to have that because the mild is meh, the medium is
Yeah.
meh. You got to have the hot to get the pop.
I had to do two batches because I have to do the spicy one for me and the non-spicy for the wife because
Oh, do you have a big iron skillet?
I do, yes.
Okay, is it seasoned?
No, well, no, it isn't.
You need it seasoned. You got to get it greased. It needs to be non-stick. Come on now, welcome to America. Let's
Hold on a
go.
minute, hold on a minute. I think I confused you. You said an iron skillet?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, big black
No, I
iron
don't.
skillet.
No, I'm sorry. I think I confused you. No, no,
Okay, you
I
need to
don't.
go get a well, just get a set. The little
Yeah,
one, the medium one, until you get to the one that's like as big as your like kitchen. Like
yeah.
get all of them because that's what you're going to want to make your gravy in. You're going to want to have a perfectly seasoned iron skillet, and you're going to be making your roux in there, and then you're going to be dumping your stuff in there. Come on, dude.
Yep.
My wife's already over there. I like him.
Yeah, you can't cook without an iron
No,
skillet.
no, I confused what when he
All
said
right. Well, I'll tell you this.
yeah.
Not only am I going to be sending you mom's sausage gravy recipe, I'm going to also be sending you, as long as you go get the little iron skillet, well, the medium iron skillet also works. I'm going to be sending you my mom's cornbread recipe. Oh yeah,
You heard that,
baby.
Mom?
Diced onions, shredded sharp cheddar cheese, butter. It's all in there.
Oh,
Free shopping tomorrow, right?
yeah.
Okay, so you better get that skillet.
All right.
Like I said, I'll get it worked up. She's still at work right now. She's a cook. Go figure.
Yeah. So
So she's
yeah,
over
I
there.
worked. I worked in the kitchen for I want to say 12 to 15 years, close. And I mean, I'm never going back.
Yeah, no,
But I
God,
do
no.
like. I do like to cook at home. I do like to cook at home.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
10 years of my working
The
life were
the
in
wife.
restaurants. So yeah, no. Mm.
Yeah, no, the wife does amazing dishes, and she focus a lot on sweets, like
Baking.
baking stuff. So she does a lot of baking.
Okay, now I will let you know
Yeah.
on the cornbread, this may be a weird way to get a recipe. She doesn't actually have a recipe, if that makes sense. Like it's
Yes.
just she just kind of does it.
How
So I
grandma
will.
cook. How grandma cook.
So what she tends to do, or what I can get her to do, is go ahead and break all the ingredients up, and then I'll take you a big picture, and then you figure out about how much is that.
That's
You know,
that's good.
like
It's good
you
enough
know.
for me.
But
Set
that's
a
how she
taste.
does it, and I'm telling you, that cornbread, it's like
Yeah.
cake. It's
Yeah,
like
my
it's.
my my wife says it's called measuring with a heart.
Mm,
That's a good way
Yeah,
of putting it. Yeah.
yep,
yeah.
that is a
But
very true thing.
yeah, I really like cooking. I posted a couple of pictures in the reading between the spine group, and after I posted, I'm like, crap! It was not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be horror. I'm posting food,
Doesn't matter.
but I have posted a couple of me cooking, especially on the weekends. I do the cooking mostly. Well, when I say mostly, because most of the time she just jump in and helps out.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, definitely I will try it because it'll be the same that I ate a burrito and Taco Bell and it was Mexican. You know what I mean? So the Cracker Barrel gravy, and I knew for the get-go that this has not, it's not supposed to be what it could.
Well, now in its defense, I will say the sawmill gravy is what they call it. It was because of lumberjacks and people that were working out in the thing. They used what they had at their disposal, to
Oh, okay.
make the familiar food, and that was what they had ham. They didn't have,
All right, all right.
access to sausage and bacon and things, so they used what they had. So I get it, but my
But
thing is, it's like the people that eat like chicken livers. Why?
why?
We don't have to do that anymore. Now, at one point in our evolution, we ate
Mm-hmm.
every single piece of whatever we got. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do that anymore, so we're still doing it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
my thing with ham and gravy. It's like we don't have to do it anymore. We can put sausage in it. Why aren't we putting sausage in it? It makes
Yeah.
no sense, but that's me on my soapbox. I'm off of it now.
No, no, I understand what you're saying. It makes sense too, though. It makes sense because the the way the way before, like years ago, they were so hard to come up with some ingredients. Like, I don't know, when they say you're not supposed to be eating meat during this type of week because
Oh
of
yeah.
religion or whatever,
Lent.
and yeah, because at that time meat was really expensive, and you were supposed to deny yourself or pleasures, right? But now it's the other way around. Now it's the fish and the seafood that is expensive.
Yep.
So
Yep.
so yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand, and it
All right.
makes sense.
Well, okay. Let's go down this road. I want to go down this road because
Oh crap.
I can't help myself.
All right.
Ford or Chevy?
None.
What
No.
the hell are you driving?
Right now, I'm driving a Kia, but I'm a Toyota guy.
Ah, come on, man. Everybody knows there ain't but two types of vehicles here in the damn United States, and they is Ford and they is Chevy, and everybody else is wrong.
I call
No, no,
bullshit.
Well, I'm gonna tell
no.
you right now, you need to put in your stable just so you have one, because trust me, you can't break the damn things. I'm trying to break the one I got because it's been a pain in the ass since I got it, but it just won't die. Is a Ford Ranger, by the way, little promo, not those new ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the new ones. Those are not Rangers. Those are full size damn trucks. Don't let them trick you. Get a Maverick. Anyway, I digress. Now, let me, as you, when you first came to the United States, you talked about culture shock, which is natural,
yeah.
makes sense. What was the thing that absolutely surprised you the most? Like you were like, they really do that here?
All right. So,
He's thinking. He done thrown the arm back. He just,
no, because the biggest change that hit me was seeing the actual fall, seeing the seasons. Like the season change, that was the biggest thing because in Puerto Rico, everything looks the same all year round,
yeah.
right? So in here, every season they change, but the people do that people do. Well, the most recent was the water fountain called Bubbler. That was the first time I heard that.
Now that
The
okay,
the,
run that one by me again. That went right over my old head.
the water fountain
Oh,
where you
like
drink water.
yeah, yeah. Just push the button and
So right here in Massachusetts, they call it Bubbler.
uh, weird asses. Dude, down south, it's just a damn water fountain.
Right, but it makes sense. It is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why is it a bubbler? But
Damn,
no,
I
I mean
almost
not
want to play
not
devil's advocate
at
on
least
that
I
because
I
it does
can't.
kind of bubble out.
Right, I think I can't think of something that drastic at this point. So I might want to say that I haven't, probably, but I can't think of it right now. But the biggest one, the biggest shock was this season's, like the change on them. That is, it's something like people. I heard one guy told me that, what? That is not impressive. Well, right, you've been here all your life. This is
What
all
is
you've
your
seen.
favorite season then?
Yeah, fall and winter.
Well, it'd be like if you took me and Robin and dropped us off in Puerto Rico in the middle of December, and we're looking
But
around like, crap, it's hot, and why are these palm trees not dead?
hey,
Yeah.
hey, you get out of the plane thinking that you need at least a long sleeve. As soon as that sun hits your back, you're
Mhm.
gonna be like,
Suit.
huh?
You'll need a bathing
You'd need a
suit.
bathing suit. You need a bathing suit. So, but yeah, no, it's really, it's shocking. Like for somebody who's never seen it, it's shocking.
Mhm.
Snow is beautiful until you have to clean it.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Well,
I,
No, it's beautiful.
in
Yes.
Pennsylvania, we can have all 4 seasons in one day.
Tennessee,
What?
Yes.
yeah, and one day you can wake up and there be frost, literal frost on the grass outside.
Mhm.
By
Wow.
10 or 11 o'clock, the frost is gone. It's suddenly 15 degrees warmer. By
Mhm.
lunchtime at noon, it's another 10 degrees warmer. By the time you hit 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're wearing a short sleeve t shirt and a freaking pair of shorts going, what the is going on here?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Damn.
you can have all 4 of them in one day.
Mhm.
Wow. No, again, to me, that is the biggest shock. And my favorite is fall and winter. My wife say that I have a frog skin, that
I
I'm
was
tough,
about to
tough
say, how
skin.
do you come from Puerto Rico and be a fan of the cold weather? That seems
I think in my
completely
case,
opposite.
it's because I grew up in Puerto Rico. I got tired of the 90 degrees weather all the time. I got tired of that sun beating you in the back like
Oh my God, me, you, and Angel are brother. We're triplets, dude. We're officially triplets because I
so.
have lived
Yeah,
in
you need
Tennessee.
3 coats to go outside.
No, exactly. My wife has a point. She has a point too. She grew up in the island. She had her 90 degrees, and she
You
needs
need 3 coats to go outside.
right. So
See, now
listen,
I grew up in the South where it's hot
yeah,
all the time.
all
Like
the
it's
time.
always hot. And then we get winter finally, and it gets brutally cold. I'm supposed to be all about the hot because I'm Southern, redneck, the sun beating down, the whole 9 yards. I hate it. I can't stand it. It's the worst
Yeah,
thing ever.
yeah.
But when it
My,
starts getting cold, dude, I'm rock on. Let's
yeah, no.
go. Long
My
sleeves. Let's have it.
my mom used to say something that is funny as it is, but it does make sense. My mom said that she likes the cold because when you are cold, you can get some blankets, you can get some
Mhm.
uh
My
You
God,
can
you're in
make
the
different
right
types
yourself
now.
of
I
warm.
clothes,
have.
and you can bring up your temperature up to a degree that you're comfortable with it.
Mhm.
Although when it's hot, you
You can't do
can't.
shit. You
Right.
you,
And
you can't
even
get
if you
naked
do,
enough.
right, no, even if you do walk around naked, you're still
You're
Yep.
still
sticky
pouring
and
sweat.
freaking right.
Yep.
So there's no happy medium with heat to me.
Mm-mm.
So I'd rather just be cold. I'd rather be cold, and I can bring my temperature to a degree that it's fine with me with a couple of clothing
Mhm.
items, and that's it. But cold, bro, cold. I
All right.
really love it.
Before I unleash Robin on you with her next question, I got one, but this one ain't for you. This one's for your wife. What is one weird idiosyncrasy, some oddity, something that you see him do all the time that not everybody does, but he just does it out of habit? What is that thing?
Okay, so you mean for me to her or for her to me?
From her to you, like what is the thing you do that is just like weird that she notices that nobody else does, but you do because you're an oddball?
You're about to get me in trouble.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nena, Que si que es algo raro que yo hago que tú ves y haces,
I think she's mincing her words because she
Well, he
knows
always
it's
has
live.
bitch resting face.
He's got what?
Bitch resting face 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he could be happy and you'll walk past him and you'll be like, "Are you okay? Like, it's something wrong? What's going on?" And no, I'm fine. Are you sure? Tell it to your face because it doesn't know it. So yeah, that's the one. But that's a his family issue because they're all like that.
Oh, damn.
Brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, all of them have bitch resting face.
See,
Okay,
I
well,
told
wait,
you,
wait,
Jack.
wait, wait, wait. Are you sure it's not just a stoic look?
No, no. He looks mad. Like his
Yeah.
eyebrows are raised.
Yeah,
He's got like the lips
I'll
are
be
like
ready.
floating. And, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I go outside to have a cigarette. I walk past him. I don't even look at him because most of the time he's sitting in his computer, so I don't see him. When I come in, I'm like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" "Nothing, baby. I'm fine." "Are you sure?" "Yeah, I'm fine." "Oh, okay, sure, no problem." Sometimes
Oh,
I
my
just
God.
don't even talk to him because
Yeah.
he looks mad all the time.
Yeah, so right there, just so you guys have an idea. I met this girl at high school. This is my high school love.
Yeah.
Aw.
We've
Now,
been together
did y'all
for
meet because you were cheating off of her test papers, or?
no. I
Boyfriend when I met him.
no, wait. Wait.
Because of his resting face.
Right. But when we met, um I was at school and I was playing guitar and I started singing.
Oh, with
Yes. So I have my guitar and I see her and she was already done with his boyfriend. She was,
He
I don't
was an
know, whatever,
ass.
right? So I came up close and I wanted to be, a, a jerk. So I started singing about moist breast.
Do you still know the lyrics?
No.
Damn it.
No. So
what?
yeah, that's why I'm trying to be polite.
You just tell it the right way.
It's for shits and giggles. Just do it.
It's for shits and giggles. So I put my hand on her boobs and took out a pair of glasses.
Hands on my boob. You grabbed the freaking glasses. You didn't put your hands in my boobs, sir. You just went whoop and grabbed them out.
Yeah. And that was what, 23?
25.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
So wait a minute. So to help all the men in the audience know the answer to the question of how do I find a girlfriend is not grab her by the boob.
No.
That's not the answer.
No.
It doesn't work every time.
No. It doesn't work most of the time. It almost didn't. It almost didn't. But yeah, no,
We actually connected through family.
Really?
His great grandmother married my great grandfather.
Yeah.
I am from my great grandfather's first marriage, and he is from his great grandmother's first marriage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have family connections, though we're not related.
Family, no.
Thank God, otherwise you'd be Southern and we'd have to move you
Running
to Tennessee.
around in his diapers.
I'm sorry, Jack, what?
I said, otherwise you'd be Southern and we'd have to move you to Tennessee.
Or West Virginia.
West
Virginia.
We're not family ourselves. But yeah, at some point when everybody was grown up, our great grandfathers married. But yeah, her dad saw me growing up, running around in underwears. I've seen her as a kid, didn't pay attention because kids,
don't
But
care.
yeah, no, we've been together forever. She is my best friend. She's my better half. She's my pillar. She's my stone. She's everything to me. And and I couldn't have it any other way. So for the man in the audience, no, getting glasses from boobs, it's not your go-to move. It worked for me, but most certainly won't work for you.
Most
So
likely, you will catch a charge and wind up in
right,
jail.
right,
Because you had a
You know what?
guitar.
right.
I'm sorry, but this has got to be one of my top 5 favorite stories I have heard over all the years that I've done these podcasts. That
Thank
right
you.
there, sunglasses, boob,
Yeah,
married, 25 years, one of my
yeah.
favorite stories ever.
I still have the same guitar.
You do. It's right here
All
in the
right,
kitchen.
well,
Yeah, it's right here in the
since okay,
kitchen.
you brought up guitar, that makes me think of music. Music makes me think of poetry. Poetry makes me think of the thing I mentioned early on about how I wanted you to read a poem in Spanish to us.
All right,
Let's do that now.
all right. So I am gonna do.
And give us a little backstory on the poem. Like, what's it
Yes,
about?
yes. So well, I could go for the most obvious one, which is uh um un loco, which basically means a crazy one.
Mhm.
Hell,
Um,
dig deep in that library.
but wait, where is it? I'm
You
gonna
right it.
go. I'm gonna go with. Oh my God, where is it?
It's your own damn book, dude.
It's my own damn book. I'm gonna go with kryptonite. I'm gonna go
There we
with
go.
kryptonite.
Okay.
So in Spanish, kryptonite it's kriptonita. Sí, dice. Me identifico con tu dolor, que te debilita hasta tu interior. Si tan solo pudieras estar aquí, existir, ser real. Pudieras salvar esto. Solo tú pudieras, Superman. Tanto daño que ha hecho el hombre y en sus historias nos has de salvar. Si tan solo fuera real, me pregunto, es que como a ti, la kriptonita, este mundo me debilita. Sé que todo es fantasía y me consta que no eres real, pero me encantaría que existieras para salvar la humanidad. So I wrote this poem uh, titled Kryptonite, and it basically says that I wish Superman was real. I know for a fact, like I'm not tripping, I'm not daydreaming. I know for a fact that these are comic book characters, but it is one of my favorite characters on in comic. And in his chest, he carries a shield that means hope, right? And how the world's going. This is 11 years old, and it still applied to today. How everything is going, how unsafe can be outside to walk around. Like I wish Superman was real because at least we had some hope and some sense of safety when we go
Mhm.
out because he would be around.
Mhm.
And that's basically what it means.
Sweet, dude. Okay, I can't wait to get up my hands on the English version of that, where
Yeah.
I can read all the words. But I will say I'm more of a MCU guy, so for me it'd be the Avengers. I need the Avengers. Like, there's a bunch of them, because you're
Make
rocking with one guy, and you need
makes
one
sense.
guy to be everywhere. I got a whole team.
Makes sense. Yes, makes sense. But at the same time, it'll be like, oh, before I continue, we might go on a rabbit hole with this conversation.
Let's go. Let's go.
um, but to me, what makes Superman the quintessential character is the fact that he is the type of person everyone, and I'm not talking about the hero. I'm talking about the guy. Let's say Clark Kent. He is the type of person that everyone should inspire to be. The person that wants to do and be good for you. The person that wants to see the good in everyone. The person that it's not changed for what you think, what you believe, and what you stand for. He's there to be with you, to support you, to help you around any tribulation that you go through. And that's why the character to me is the perfect rendition for what I feel.
Okay,
I
off the
feel
wall question right midstream on you there. Um, he's known for changing his clothes in a phone booth.
yes.
We don't have those anymore. So does he change his clothes in a cell phone?
He can do like Woman and
Well,
Yeah,
swirl
and
yeah.
around.
Yeah, the fun part about that is that the message behind it is that he doesn't need a place. He just needs to be fast enough, right? And like I said, we might go into a rabbit hole with this, but the fastest man alive is and always be the Flash, right?
Mm-hmm.
The closest one is Superman. So the Flash can do stuff in front of you and you won't notice ever. And Superman can do it too. It's just that he'll never be as fast as Flash. But that's what. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, he can do it with a cell phone too.
Okay.
So, going off of that, are we like Star Wars, Avengers? Which one?
But wait, hold on. What
Wait,
was the
she just asked
question?
the impossible question. She just asked
Exactly,
you to
because
pick
yes,
Star
yes,
Wars or the Avenger, or like say the Marvel Universe.
right.
Yeah.
Which one do
If
you pick?
if that was a question, it's yes, yes.
I was about to say that's the impossible question. It's
No,
like,
no, no,
oh
no.
my
It's not
God.
impossible. It's
That's
yes,
one of
yes.
them where I just log off and go, thank you, great show, and I walk away. Like, no, sir. What in
Star
the
Wars,
world?
Star Wars for me, like, and I am not a toxic Star Wars fan.
No, God.
Like, I love the whole thing. I understand their mistakes in either, right, and I can agree with some of the critiques and all that.
All
But
right,
I
Jar
love
Jar 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 Binks, yay or nay?
nay and yay and yay because I really do think that he was a Sith Lord.
What?
Yes,
He's
I
a
really
sis.
do. I really do. I really do think he was a Sith Lord. I really do. But again, nay, no. I think the character was not supposed to be there. But now that it is, I can go around that and say like, whoa, maybe he's a Sith Lord.
Dude, him
Maybe
out
he's
there
a
on the
Sith.
battlefield just
Yeah,
flinging shit and surviving somehow. I mean, I get where the Sith Lord people come
yeah.
from. You know,
No,
I
and
can
and
see it.
and and you got to understand that he is a computer generated character, right? Why would his mouth be moving in the same way that a person, real person, was talking? Like the person was delivering his line, and the camera pans out, and you see Jar Jar Binks' face, and you see his lips moving the same way. It could be an error on the Department of Effective.
Okay, wait, I got to go look for that. You're gonna have to do it after the show, but not now. But I need to go see these scenes because I'm not sure what I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that
So you're saying
there's
like Jar Jar was making the character in front of him speak the words he wanted him to speak?
that's what it looks like.
Huh.
That's what it looks like. But again, I could be wrong. It could be effect department mistakes. It could be whatever. It's
Well,
it's a
hey, I
computer.
hear that
It's
a
a
lot
computer
with
generated
audiobooks.
character. But I didn't like the character, but it's there. So because it's there, now I have to walk around him and make him make sense. And to me, he makes sense as to being a Sith Lord.
Huh.
Okay, that's all. Woo, 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 woo. I don't watch either of them. Haven't watched either of them. I know, I know. Zombies now. Let's talk about zombies. I could talk to
Zombie.
anybody about zombies.
All
What
right.
is your favorite zombie character?
Okay. this might be a little bit different from anyone, but my
Man, he's getting serious
favorite.
now. Y'all notice this? He's like calmed down all of a sudden. He's getting real focused. Boy,
Yeah, because I don't I it's almost in the same category as vampires, but we get to that in a minute. Zombies, they have to be as um oh my God,
he's lost his words.
dangerous,
Somebody find him.
dangerous, dangerous as the one in World War Z.
Oh, the
By
runners.
by by that I mean they have to move. Like I don't want no, but they can't be as smart as, let's say, warm bodies or this rendition of the Dawn of the Dead, I think it is, where the guy pours still pours gasoline and
Yeah,
he's still a zombie. I don't mix those two. It has to be 28 days later. They have to be most of the Walking Dead type of zombie, right? When you do have as much of brain activity and intelligence in a zombie, to me, it takes away a lot. It's impressive, but it takes away a lot because now it's just a crazy man, you know?
exactly.
So it has to be in between.
But now what if the intelligence in that zombie is engineered? Like it's scientists that are
It's
monkeying
still,
around with the dead body and they've made it to where it thinks the
it's,
way they want their little program to work.
yeah, it's for me, it's still the same. It's just a damaged man now at that point. It stopped being an undead.
Okay,
It
but
becomes another thing.
what about evolution? The zombies have to evolve, like in Grave Pulse from R. Richards, is
Yeah,
they evolved into sneaky, not human like brains
They're
and
predators.
yeah,
right,
they
right,
learn to
right.
be more
When
predator.
the no, no, but that makes sense because what you're talking about is primitive intelligence, and that makes sense because that works on viruses, that works on animals, that works on anything,
Hmm.
and that makes sense.
Hmm.
But for example, there is I can't remember from the top of my head now which movie is it that they find a zombie and the zombie had changed clothes and had a Rolex,
Hmm.
but he still was a mindless undead. That doesn't make sense. And the explanation is, oh, he remembers that he was a snub guy and had a lot of money, so he wants to dress good and he loved Rolex. That doesn't make sense because
Well, actually,
a
I will
primitive
disagree.
mind
I will disagree
won't
with
go
that.
there.
Because I can feel like at a basery level, like just your base foundation of your brain, like what you think you are, what
Hmm.
you believe you are. I could see a zombie that has that little bit of crackle left of electricity in the brain going through the motions. That's how I would describe it. It's like going through the motions. It's like they get up, they put the suit on, they get the Rolex, and then suddenly it's
Right,
So maybe like
uh, uh,
body memory.
yeah.
Your
right.
body remembers, you know.
That's how I would describe that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
I
I mean,
to me it's not a good subject for zombie. They have to be animal instinct. That's it. The brain wants to eat and it
basery,
will it
just go
will
kill.
right, right. If for
Now let me
example, if
ask you
you
this
say
real quick. I'm gonna bust in on you. Are you a zombie Fallout, Adrian's Undead Diary? Either one of those. You a guy?
that's a hard question though.
Now I'm curious. Why is that a hard question?
Because what I've just said, like if we go to Night of the Living Dead, for example, if you go to Night of the Living Dead, I think it's the third one, maybe the one with the girl with the syringes and that one.
Oh
Like,
yeah, where she's actually aware, like
right,
totally aware. She said they wrecked the bike and she hits the telephone pole and she's still fine.
right.
That's hilarious.
That doesn't make sense. It is hilarious, but in a zombie situation, that doesn't make sense. You know
No,
what I mean?
no, she'd have been
So
dead. It'd have crushed her brain. She'd have been.
right. So in that same road, it's hard for me to go from one to the other because one has what I like with things that I don't, and the other one has things that I don't with little bits that I like. So it's kind of hard.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard for like to say one or the other. I can go either way. I think that's the best answer.
Okay, now I bring that up because you led me down a damn rabbit hole that I wasn't planning on going down today. Um,
Uh,
Honestly, I had it boarded up with "Do Not Enter" signs hanging on it, but we're going in.
all right.
This guy, the cover I keep showing, you see there's zombies out there in the distance, and there's
Yeah.
people walking towards them and all that. This is a follow-up written from a different perspective of people in my guy Nick James, What Zombie Apocalypse? And that's literally the title, What Zombie Apocalypse? Because the
Hmm.
character in it is a gamer who is a spoiled kid in a super rich family, literally has a maid and butler and the whole 9 yards. Zombie apocalypse takes place, and he stumbles and bumbles his way through the universe and somehow manages to survive,
Hmm.
supposedly. Anywho, would that be something that would throw you completely off? Because he's dealing with the shufflers, the slower zombies, but he's out there doing okay, example. And Nick, I'm sorry if when you watch this, but I'm giving one scene away. Okay.
Yeah.
He's trying to escape from a building he's in, and he sees a tiny little trampoline way down below. So he decides that he can jump out the window, land on that trampoline, and leap over the fence that's right in front of it.
Nope.
So he tries it, and well, you can guess how that works
Hmm.
out. And yet this guy still manages to survive it. Would that be a story that you would just absolutely go, yeah, I'm done, and close the cover? Or would you stick around to see how the hell this idiot survived?
No, no, it won't put me down, and I'm gonna explain why with another example. There is one uh game that does something like that. It's Resident Evil Village.
Ah, I know that one.
I didn't play the one before that one, right? And when I played Village, uh, some things with the main character didn't make sense. Like I don't get me wrong, I know it's a game, and body logic doesn't apply the same as to a movie or a book because in a game you're supposed to, well, not you're not supposed to, but you can die and respawn, and it changes the rule, right? But things were happening to the character that if I put it simply in words, you might be like, what? That's stupid.
Mhm.
But it didn't throw me off because I wanted to know one, why those things were happening, and how can he explain and make sense of those things happening. And here's what I get. If the book that you're talking about goes and do some scene like what you just described, and then doesn't explain, doesn't just, like, for example, I know this got nothing to do with, if he says at some point in the book that the kid itself, it's uh, contaminated with the same virus, and even though he's not uh, turned into a zombie himself, make him tolerant to certain things, then good, makes sense. If
Yeah,
he's
no,
just a guy and
Tony
he's
the Terrible is a gamer and he's been living in his mother's basement per se, and no, he has no special powers, no military ability. He should not survive, and yet
Then it's a really bit. It won't put me down, but it will question my
now
ability
keep in
to.
mind this: it's a comedy.
Hmm.
It's like
Then
a
that no, then that no, then it changes my point of view
yeah,
completely.
it's
Yes.
a
Because
comedy.
right, no, but no, if it's a comedy, it's meant it has something to be exploited.
Hmm.
So you either laugh at that or in questioning yourself, he shouldn't have survived, but he did. Oh my God, he's the luckiest man alive.
All right, first off, I've got to get the two of you, Nick Plumridge and Angel Sanchez. Y'all got to get friended up on the Facebook so y'all can communicate.
Definitely,
He's
yeah.
he's in the UK, so his stories are set in the UK.
Hmm.
But oh my God, dude, you are missing out
All
on
right, I'll
that
give it
right
up.
there. And I've always been told, as stubborn as I am, if you want to be a better writer, read other writers. Like
Mm-hmm.
read what other people are doing, learn
Yeah,
from what they're doing, get your bits and pieces and stuff from here and from there. Dude, I think getting a Puerto Rican author, reading some European author, and vice versa, we're going to try to get that going on. That's
that's
never a
that
bad
sounds really
thing.
good. That really does.
So we're going to make that happen. All right. Robin, let me ask you something. When it comes to fruitcake, are you a fan?
Never had it, never will.
Okay. That question now lands on you, Angel. Have you ever had a freaking fruitcake?
I think I told you that the only thing I don't like is
It's true.
Very
so
true.
yes, I have.
So, wow. So you could deal with the candied meh of it, the gumminess of it, the
Yes,
stickiness.
yes, I really enjoy salty, sweet food. I really like I'm one of the guys that takes a French fry and dip it in a frosty or ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes.
yes, I really don't mind
Okay, now how do
because
you
what I,
deal?
I
Because
guess
me and you both have facial hair. How do you
right.
how do you deal with the getting the sticky in there without getting it
Well,
just all
I,
up in here?
and on top of all that that we have discussed and we have talked about, I'm also a barber.
Hmm,
So
I could use some
I
help.
I trim myself. I do my own cut. I used to have long hair. I used to have long hair.
Oh,
Uh,
don't you shouldn't have said that because you just officially pissed me off at you because I used to have hair,
yeah.
and when I did, my bangs were down around here and the back hung about midway down my back. You literally are telling me that you could grow your freaking hair out and yet you choose not to, you
No,
ass.
no. That's not how it goes. But you got a point. You got a point. And you're gonna be even more pissed at me when I tell you this. So my hair was up to my butt. So it's really curled. So it looked like it's about here, right?
Oh,
But
so it was tight, like it pulled up.
yes, not
Oh,
Afro
no,
type, but
but like draping
it
over your back, like,
right.
oh,
It's a heavy coil, right? When you straighten out, it'll reach my butt, right?
damn.
So I got really sick with sinus infection, and I didn't eat. I smoked a cigarette in 3 weeks. Uh, I wasn't sleeping. Like it was horrible. The worst month and a half of my life. It was horrible. Um, uh, they couldn't figure out what it was, and by the time they did, a month and a half has passed. So I've been dealing with this pain, thinking I had a stroke, aneurysm, whatever. and it was a really bad sinus infection. But I don't know why nobody ever said, "Hey, let's check this out and see what happened." Um, One night, I was tumbling in the bed, just I don't know. The thoughts were dark at that point. And the pain in my head was excruciating. So I went straight to the bathroom, and I got my clippers and
Damn.
because I couldn't have a ponytail, I couldn't have it. The
The
weight of
tightness.
it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the weight of it was worsening the situation.
Mhm.
So at 3 o'clock in the morning, I went to the bathroom and just clipped it down. My wife woke up and looked at me, goes like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
well, let me ask you this. Now, you has everything's good now, right?
yes, no, everything was. It was a really
Okay, okay.
nasty
Well,
sinus infection.
you need to put the clippers down and
Uh,
let it flow.
yes,
Come on.
I think about it. The problem is the mushroom
You're on
stage of
mushrooms?
it.
Yeah, that'll make you think weird. Don't do mushrooms.
That's not what he meant.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Robin. The mushroom phase of it is what uh keeps me off because of the work type that I do. I worked as a flexo machine operator, which is a fancy word of saying I make boxes.
Mhm.
um, and
Funny, I
there's a
move
lot of
boxes.
yeah, there's a lot of moving thingamabobs in the machine, and the mushroom face where I can't have a ponytail
Oh yeah.
and
Get
right.
yanked.
It could be
Yeah.
dangerous for me. So if I find another work that doesn't involve heavy machinery that I don't have to be careful, then yes. But for now, I can't start growing hair because when I did have my long hair, I just tightened it up and that was
Mhm.
it. But the fact that I have to regrow and not have control of it might be dangerous at work.
Okay, real quick. How old are you?
I am 49.
Okay, good. So you never man bunned it.
No, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, you
Regrettably.
bastard. Ugh,
Yes.
how
Yes, I
dare
did.
you?
Because of what I just told you,
It
because
looks
of work.
with the description of the hair you were just telling me about, it would look like you had a pineapple sitting on top of your
No,
head.
no, no, not on top. Not on top.
Oh,
No.
no,
No,
that's
no.
a ponytail. That's a
No, no.
ponytail.
Yes, but it was a bun.
Yeah,
I
but
I
still,
had
it's a
to.
ponytail off the
Yeah.
back,
No,
off
no,
the
no, not
top.
no, no,
Anyhow,
not on the top. Never on the
Mhm.
top.
okay,
No.
all right. Shoo, God, I got worried there for a second. I thought we were going to
No,
have to
no,
cancel the whole interview. Shit. Oh, man.
no. Never on the top. Never on the top. But yeah, I did have to add a bun, especially for work.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't want to get your damn head ripped off by some freaking hard
My
machine, you
it
know.
happened
That's
to my
bad.
wife. It happened to my wife. She worked in the same place too, but in another
Okay, wait.
department.
We just transitioned really fast. Let's slow down. Hold up.
Or
It happened to your wife?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So we worked in the same warehouse in the same factory, but she works in a different department.
Okay.
It's called finishing department, right?
Oh, yeah.
Um, but in the press department, which is where I worked, um, some coworker had need help in his machine because his helper, I don't remember what happened. He didn't come in. He was sick,
He
something.
probably called out drunk.
Right. So they called my wife to her to help because it was a simple job. It was just put in the box in the machine and let the machine take it. The box sheets, right? Or the cardboard sheet, I should say. But in the meantime, when the operator is setting for the next order, because my wife, we all know each other over there, so they were talking about, hey, how's your kid, blah 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 blah, and my wife was close to the rolls that push the machine, the sheet forward.
Okay, now how big are these things?
Big what? The
The
machines?
machine, how big is this
Trailer
thing?
size house.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Uh, and she was talking to him, and then she had at that time she had braids done, and she had a ponytail, but they were loose. It was a loose ponytail.
So they just
So
got
and then
flowing out there.
right, and the rolls, the 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 belts are weird. They're not sticky, but they're supposed to grab. This it's a weird belt. I don't know how to explain it. The belt touched the tip of her hair, and then she felt like somebody was pulling, and she was like, "Oh, this got to be the boss joking around or something." And then she went, "Boom,"
Oh shit.
and it ripped the braid out. But nothing bad happened. Just ripped the braid. She had a bald spot for like 4 months.
But she could have had a flat head. Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So yeah, it is dangerous to regrow hair around these machines. It's really really dangerous. But
This
and
is
I'm not going around with a freaking fishnet.
yeah. Yeah, God
Nope.
knows. That's so freaking horrible to have to
Yeah.
wear that. I think the corporate people that make us wear those should have to wear them themselves whenever they
Yes.
come in to visit, just so they can
I
know how
completely
demeaning it
agree.
is.
Yes,
Freaking
I
jackass.
completely agree.
They're jerks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pivot us back to the books thing because we are a big part of reading between the spines, and that's got a lot to do with books, as last I
Yes.
checked. So, what has been the hardest thing individually? One thing, the hardest thing for you when it comes to writing, not publishing, just writing.
The transition to English has been really really hard because not only like neither of you have seen, you don't have to understand, but have seen a book in another language or Spanish.
Oh no,
Have
I
you
have.
guys seen? Right. So when you compare it, the same book to the English version, you will know three things. One, it's longer. The Spanish version is longer. It has more pages. Two, the sentence and the narration and the comments, the, the the dialogue. I'm sorry, the
Yeah.
dialogue. It's formatted differently. So in Spanish, when you have the characters, he says, "Don't go there." It's in English. It's closed in comas,
Yeah, well, it's
right?
just words. It's just,
To
what?
signify that this is dialogue, right? In Spanish, it's in em dashes and hyphens. So it changes the dynamic of how you um write the dialogue, and I mean format it, not the actual dialogue itself, how you see it on the paper,
Mhm.
to make you understand that that's a dialogue and not part of the sentence of the narrator. And third, the structure of the sentence. In Spanish and English shared similar syntaxes and similar ways to communicate, but some words in English are more condensed.
All right,
Like, for example,
how do you say y'all in Spanish?
ustedes.
Really? Y'all have a
Yeah,
word for that?
yeah, it's just ustedes. Yeah,
Y'all.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Be,
shut up now. Hot damn.
but no, but no, you hit the point. That's what I was just trying to explain. You use y'all, and when you're gonna say it in Spanish, there's no difference because it still means ustedes,
You
right?
all.
Right.
It's
Mm-hmm.
you all.
You
I mean,
use
that's
you use two words, you
yeah.
all. In Spanish, one, ustedes,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
I
it's
gotta learn. I
also
gotta learn that word because I'm gonna start using it. I don't care.
it's also I got something for that, but it's also the other way around. In Spanish, we have to say longer sentence when in English you use one word.
Yeah.
So that's the hardest part right now for everything involving writing.
Mm-hmm.
That I
All right.
have
Well,
to I have to be conscious and aware of how am I formatting this because it's my first language, so I'm automatically, oh shit, this is not the way it goes. That me
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well,
go
I'm gonna
reverse.
brag on my redneck ass and go uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve.
Diez.
Good.
Diez. You stopped.
Yes.
No,
I
but
can't. I
because
can't
his
go
phone,
no
yeah,
further because
because his
that's when they
phone
start
reached the
combining
nine. The
words.
next one is zero. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you start combining stuff after a while. It's like ocho uno, ocho blah blah, and it gets complicated, and I get confused, and I'm redneck, and I'm like, what the hell?
That was good, Jack. That was good. Thank you for that. Yes.
Okay, so
Um.
let's wrap it up. First off,
Oh,
I know. I'm sure he wants to do something on, the Day of the Dead today, or the
yeah, well,
the Morse
yeah,
Day.
there's true.
Social media. Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Angel R. Sanchez. You can find me on Instagram, Archangel Play, or the real author Angel. You can find me on Goodreads, Angel R. Sanchez, and um, TikTok. Even though I don't post much, also Angel R. Sanchez, and yeah,
That's where I found you, was on TikTok.
All right, well,
yeah.
dude, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you about something. I decided to save it to the end of the show before I dropped it. You ever read something and the letters don't quite cooperate, and you read it one way even though it's something else as you read it?
All the time.
That happened to me with your name because I've been following, obviously, since you and Angel became friends, Angel One, Frogmaster.
Hmm.
I've been following y'all for a while. Dude, it was at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks in before I stopped thinking you were a woman. I thought you were Angela.
Oh.
I kept reading it as freaking Angela, and he never said nothing until one day he put up a comment about him, and I went, what? And I went and reread it again. I went, oh shit, he's another angel. Crap. And
Uh,
so for
I got.
several
I
weeks,
don't.
I thought you were a woman. Just saying,
Uh,
putting it
I
out
don't. I
there.
don't think. I don't think nothing by it. But it's. I understand what's going on. It happens to me too. Uh, Again, Spanish and English, especially if your half brain is dead like mine. You
Dude,
go
my brain ain't half dead. It's three
right.
quarters
You
dead.
go.
Too.
You go
Mine's
start.
gone.
You go start the sentence in English, and then you ended up in Spanish. Be like, what the fuck did I just read?
Well, I was just out there just dropping random A's on the end of names, like
Yeah.
Angel, drop an A right here,
Yeah.
Angela.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? But then
Well,
once I finally
so
figured it out, it's like, oh,
sorry
I
to
feel like an
disappoint.
idiot.
I'm just double A because I eat a lot.
No.
Dude, I have absolutely had a blast hanging out with you. I am
Thank
so
you.
happy you found your way into this community. Trust
Thank you.
me, it's going to have its bumps along the way. I've had my fair share. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah,
But you're going to meet awesome people like Robin
I
right
already
here. And I
have.
don't know what they look like on other people's screens, but she is fucking fantastic. You're going to
Cheers.
meet the DJ Coopers. You're going to meet the freaking Richard Ryan Roses, the Angel Ramones, the freaking
Yes.
Jen folks. You're going to meet so many cool people. Embrace it. run with it, make your mom proud. Fuck it, I'm
No,
going there.
definitely.
Do
Definitely.
that. Get all in it. Just soak it in. One last quick thing. John Ward, the Scareville guy. I'm sure you see his stuff,
Yeah.
popping up. I literally got to hang out with him in person. Never saw it coming at a little small book festival. If you can find a way to get to some book festivals again, more and more of them, go do it. One thing I will say, this is my challenge I want to offer to you before we end this thing today. Write me a damned cryptid story. Because as long as you have something cryptid related, you can set up a booth at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival that happens in the first week of May in Tennessee. And then me, you, Richard, Bobby, and a whole bunch of others can all hang out together and sell our shit. So
You know what? I function really good on those type of challenges. I excel on those and bet I will try my hands on a
dude, if you
cryptid.
if you can find a Puerto Rican cryptid,
Oh, there's a bunch.
dude, run it.
There's a
Freaking
bunch.
run it. All right,
Um,
well, I'm going to shut us down right here because I know Robin's got stuff to do. I'm sure that Angel's got stuff to do. I ain't got shit to do, but whatever. We are going to call this a day right here on Shits and Giggles because why do we do it? For the shits and giggles of it. It's me and my friends, Robin Venneri and Angel R. Sanchez, and
thank
we
you.
are